My name is Tasman and I study creative media production at Massey University.
My name is Connor Cortens and I'm doing creative media production at Massey.
My name is Ethan Sedding-Cope and I am studying creative media production focusing on game and editing.
I'm Sanny Orr. I'm doing the creative media production degree with a focus in filmmaking.
I used to be in the Marines. In 2014, I was discharged honorably. So we have this thing called the GI Bill. The GI Bill gives you a certain amount of college for free. A buddy of mine called me up and said he was coming down here on his GI Bill to study something and that I should look into a course.
I chose creative media production because it's the only degree that is near us that really has a focus on the technical aspects of the creative process. There's been lots of fun courses and learning a lot of things and really getting hands-on on equipment that I wouldn't be able to get otherwise.
Originally, I planned on doing things like animation and film and video effects, but since doing animation, I found out I had more fun just making models while everyone else learned how to animate. And I've also decided to go down the game design path after taking a game design paper.
I've always had a liking towards the creative arts. I did a lot of traditional art design using Photoshop, and when I was looking through my future tertiary education, I thought that creative media production was a really nice transition into what I wanted to do, and that was explore the very technical side of the creative industry.
I think it was good because I think I picked the perfect time to come, because when I showed up, the course was really new. So we were able to kind of mold the course into what we wanted it to be, and that helped me get a lot of stuff that I wanted to get done like really early on. In terms of bad, I don't know, it's all right. Some of the mandatory classes we have to take are not that great.
My third year project is Return to Fable Grove, and my role is first camera assist and editor. So I am helping setting up the camera and taking notes on set for the camera, and I've been doing all the syncing and basic editing of the film.
This year I'm working on a documentary called Subject to Change. Essentially what it is it's a client-driven documentary, I guess, that details climate change is a real issue. It's definitely affecting the world, and New Zealand, in combination with its partners around the Pacific, are really deeply invested in helping to do something about it.
My third year project is Raspberry and Coke. I'm a second year and my role is gaffer and data wrangler. Usually on set, I'm just required to do the lighting, pulling footage off cards, formatting them, and then if we have a small crew, usually I'm called up upon because I'm a very all-round person, so sometimes if it's a crew of like maybe 4 or 5, I'll also do slating, be a camera assistant, but overall my main priorities is gaffer, data wrangler.
So I think the most important thing I do is something that we're calling a technical director. Throughout my time here, I've kind of had my run of the equipment, so I made all the decisions as to like what gear we should take, what formats we should record in, how the editing project should be set up. So I'm kind of like just all-around general technician to make sure everything runs smoothly. This is pretty wildly outside the scope of what I was thinking we were going to be able to do. Being able to work on a documentary period, I think is unique for a degree like this, and then especially one that sends you overseas. Yeah.
I've been working on Neru, which is the 2D game, and I've been an assistant coder, one of 6 coders. It's been alright. I've seen all the things that work and all the things that don't. But yeah, I've definitely learned a lot about what I'm going to be doing. A lot of management skills for myself, I guess, are going to be taken into that. That's one of the things that I've learned in CMP is how to actually get my work done. I think that'll be key working on my third year project next year.
These are people who haven't really seen the third years before this year or this semester, and getting to meet them and see what they're doing and kind of get involved in their stuff has been great. Organisation, there's been a lot of lack of organisation or not really knowing what's the next step in each process, and I feel like I've got a better understanding of each step in the process and working towards that. And if I can plan it out a bit better and know exactly what I'm going to need and how I'm going to do it, it should be a lot more fluid process.
It's been pretty cool. I think we got off to a slow start. Things started rolling, we got into a nice stride. Communication was really well done. We all knew what we had to do, what was required of us. When we had to be on set, what was required of us on set. There's a lot of just back and forth between us, positive back and forth. And it really helped because Raspberry and Coke is the smallest third-year project, only consisting of 2 third years and 6 second years. That quaint group just really helps with the camaraderie, the communication and the team building. There's a lot to take in, and there's a lot that can still be learned in life. I think for now, as I see it, I am technically equipped, and I think I have a good foundation of knowledge to work with. But again, there's also people skills, likability, and all these intangibles that don't come with this degree that you got to learn through experience.
I think this degree has provided a set of circumstances that allowed me to prepare myself for the career path that I want to take. But I think there's a certain amount of self-learning that you have to be prepared to do with a degree like this, otherwise you're not gonna do anything. Most of what I've learned comes from like working with the staff and like some of the students here, and definitely the equipment here. Most of what I've learned has come from working on projects that have nothing to do with the university.
I've gained experience in the gear that I wouldn't be able to gain experience in just by myself, and getting to meet a bunch of cool creative people that I can now work with, and meeting contacts and seeing all these different fields that I might not have explored by myself, and using them to help me further my own craft and see what is the best way of me entering the industry using this degree.
I think so far it's prepared me a little bit. I think third year will have a lot to do with preparing me for the outside world, but so far it's given me a lot of skills, which is what I came here for originally. Anything beyond that is just extra on top. I feel like I get more out of the degree if we could have more focused learning on the different pathways. Like, for example, if someone wanted to be in game design, more resources for game design and more things, because I found a lot of it is based around film as a basis, and then if you want to do something different, you move off from there. So more focus on the other pathways would be good.
I think they need to stop structuring it like a normal degree, like a business degree or a design degree. This is a new degree that no one has seen, and I think it should be structured in a way that best complements it and not try and conform to structures that are in place for other degrees. We just want to get out there and do the creative work.